Yes, you can see this is part one, and it's going to take some time on this one. I don't know if it's going to end up being 4 parts or 3 parts, but we're going to have to get into this and try to move pretty fast. So let me see if there's 52 verses, and you know I'm not the fastest if you've watched a few of these. I will sing of your love, YV, for us forever. To all generations I'll make known your faithfulness with my mouth. I will make known your faithfulness. And it doesn't need that. Doesn't need those words. Anyways, for I have said love will be built up forever. Let me see if I've got the word your here. That's just odd. I said love kindness will be built. Yeah, I see down here what I'm looking for. Okay. Anyways, for I have said love will be built up forever. In the heavens you will establish your faithfulness. That's not true. I have made a covenant with my chosen, and I have sworn to myself. Oh, this is as if our Creator is speaking. I will establish your seed forever, build up your throne for all generations, and the heavens will praise your wonders. They can't do that, but your faithfulness also in the assembly of the holy ones. And there's no such thing as holy ones. You can't. The best you can get is to be a righteous by obeying our Creator, and then everybody is equal when you are obeying our Creator. Who in the skies? And this is not true. It's the heavens. Heavens are where the birds fly and where the stars are at. The stars are the second heaven, and their motion makes a mountain, and above the North Star is where heaven is located. So there's 3 heavens. For who is in the heaven is comparable to you? Who among the sons of the mighty is like you? Now this is absolutely idiot speaking. Who among the sons of the mighty is like you? I mean, how can you write that, knowing he's the creator of everything, and they would write something like that? I don't know. I guess Gregory is divine, right? When you read, he's got the title The Divine. That's in the 1611 preface, by the way, if you've ever read the Bible, meaning the preface as well. You haven't read the Bible until you have all the Bible, until you've read that. A God greatly feared in the council of the holy ones. Now, he better be feared whether they're in the council or not. Awesome above all those who are around him. Now, are they talking about Jesus here? Creator of hosts. Who is like the mighty, okay. Let me explain something here going on with Yah. This is one of the many times that this title is going to show up And I think they had it as Lord, or, oh, I forgot to, might be mighty God. But the object is I'll let me, okay, I guess I should try to, let's see, this is 189. Let me see if I can open up the text and go to 1 or 89. Whoops, this is the wrong one. I don't have it as a quick button, so that means I've got to go over here, and let's see, where would I have that? In the done part. And this one. And yeah, it looks like I got them all here. 80, 89. I still have it here this way. So let me see if we've got an old one here. Yeah, I think this might. No, I can see I'm adding. This must be 89. Okay, they might have had it as Lord. These are all changed from Lord to Lord. This would have been verse, what, 8. 8, yeah. See, they had it as the word Lord, and might have been all capital letters. But I should put it, but when you read it as Yah, and this around him, this him here, if we put Jesus here, then we have who is like mighty Yah, which I know the text is going to say, boy, I'm going to make this long. I didn't think I was going to get into this. So I guess what I want to show you is how the words in Isaiah do reflect, where is that? Yeah, I think that's in images under Jesus, and Yah is Jesus. Okay. Here we go. Yah is mentioned, or is written 51 times in the Hebrew text. Now, what I've done here is went to Isaiah chapter 12. I guess Isaiah chapter 12. And I'm using just these verses here. And you can see Yah is mentioned over here. Or, well, here to be exact. And it is the word Lord, the Lord they had. And what it is this verse right here is saying, he has become my salvation. Now, this is what I was saying about the confusion about the word salvation. Once they knew that they were going to enter into heaven, this is the salvation, or the most common word to relate to salvation and Savior. So this is, he has become my salvation. Okay, Yah is my strength and song, and he has become my salvation. meaning he is the one to enter, let me enter into heaven. Okay, got that? 26, Isaiah 26. Here again, we have Yah here. And you can see that I have got words that he is the one who will remain faithful. So it can't be YV, can it? It's the one that remains faithful. We have an everlasting rock. For he was brought, he will bring low those that dwell on high. Okay? Now, when you read Isaiah, Isaiah has a lot of text about Jesus. And I'm going to show you this one here. Now, in Psalms he's mentioned, and I guess we're in 2 here. Okay, but let me see here. It is, I will not see the Lord, and the Lord in the land of the living. See this guy here? This is the king that's given extra 15 years to live. Okay, so what he is complaining about is that he's waiting for Jesus. So this is the name that they gave Jesus. Okay, I don't know if it's a title or his name. I'm thinking it's his name, the promise. It could be the promised one. Okay, this could be a title meaning that, but he is to come into the land of the living. We know those things are not. I mean, our Creator created everything, so why would he be coming into the land of the living? I mean, he is waiting around. So there's this text. Now, if we go into the Psalms real quick, I'm just going to go through the stuff that I've got underlined to write about him when he's coming. And then here, who will not go down into silence, for this time forward, I will praise Yah. It means that it's not going to go down into the silence or the abyss and not know that he's coming. Okay, he has become my salvation. See, I would put the word savior here, but he is not given over to death. Jesus was not given over to death. Okay, open your gates of righteousness. I would put the word righteous here, meaning the gates that he's going to enter into heaven. And I shall give thanks to Yah, because he's the one allowing you into his kingdom. For he has become my salvation. He has become my savior. The stone which the builders rejected. See, when you put this title in, or his name in, these verses change a lot, and we're going to go through them, but this being the first one is very important for you to understand, because even the tribes of Yah, these are all of a sudden, they were promised over to him to become his servants in his kingdom. Then we've got these words here, other titles that are going to be a little bit of a problem. But there is forgiveness with you, that they may fear you. We're talking about Yah, who is to be feared, because he is the one that's going to give you the forgiveness to enter heaven. And then 35 says, this is sing praises to his name. Okay, for Yah was chosen through Jacob for himself, meaning our Creator. He was picked by our Creator to live in heaven, to sit at his right hand. And Israel, or Israelis, will be his own possession, meaning his own servants in his own kingdom. If you think you're going to enter into heaven and live with our Creator, yes, but you're in Jesus's kingdom. Okay, so you just can't roam over and see our Creator anytime you want. But the object is this, as far as I know, because it is it's the text says that we're going to be in Jesus's kingdom, not in our Creator's kingdom. Okay. Um, and then down here we have some more words, and then we're going to get into some more words that he's lifted up his horn for his people, and they're having a new song in their king. Okay, rejoice in their king, praise his name with dancing, and praise it with singing. uh, Takes pleasure in his people. Our Creator takes pleasure because they obeyed our Creator. They get to live in his kingdom. So this is all the text that is going to come up. And I just thought that, I know it's mentioned 51 times, so don't think there's verses here that are going to sit there and not confuse you by thinking that that sometimes it will be used as our Lord, meaning our Creator, or meaning YV. But these verses, especially right here in, what was the one here? Okay, well, I know that there was a lot of the text shows Isaiah, okay, talking about Jesus. You have to be aware of that. So now you know when I'm talking that who is your mighty Yah, who is your mighty promised one, okay? It is it's got to be figured out. In fact, on this little cheat over there, or what I've been doing to as I'm going through, we're coming to verses that help us to define like what this word here is, and this is relating to God or not. Okay, now because I've also got involved here in this text like that, let me see. Okay, here's why they when I said the word Lord is being used for Yah. Okay, let me start here. Here is Yah. Okay, and down here is what they used it for. So that's why I'm saying it was most likely used as the word Lord. I didn't know it was just only one time God. But the object is that his name is used, Yah is 51 times. Why do they only have 48? Maybe I made a mistake and it's only 48 times. So I better correct that text. But this is just something else that I know that when you start studying and you start going through everything, you'll find these. Need to make that smaller. Get back here. Now that took some time on the clock, but 18 minutes. So we're going to have some text here talking about Jesus. Now that makes a difference up on top as well, now that I know what's going on. Your faithfulness will also surround him. See, your faithfulness surrounds you. That doesn't make sense. When I was changing the words thine, they, or thy, thee, I was just quickly putting in you, and I know a lot of times it was referring to our Creator. So that's why you see just the capital Y, to let me know that those words were changed by me from to sound more English. You yourself, see, here is going to be you did. Anyways, I gotta, yourself did crush Rahab. Okay. I think I should just get back to scatter. My eyes went over here, so your enemies. When waves rise, you do still them. You yourself did crush Rahab, like who is slain. You did scatter your enemies with your right hand. The heavens are your the heavens are yours, and the earth is your world. So we have now the earth, and the world is different in all it contains. You have founded them, the north and south. You created them. Now why would pagan places shout your name? You have a strong arm. Your right hand is mighty. Your right hand is exalted. Righteousness, peace are the foundation of your throne. Love and truth go before you. Starting to have the taste of somebody not right understanding who our creator. Well, blessed are the people who know the joy will sound. I would say this goes here. They walk in the light of your countenance. In your name they rejoice all day long, and by your righteousness they are exalted, for you are the glory of their strength, and by your favor your horn is exalted. See, when I was replacing your and thy and them, I also did that. Made them all capital letters, and that's thy favor, for thine are the glory and the truth. You'll see those type of things. Oh, you can see these words being replaced. So, and by your favor our horn is exalted. Our shields belong to YV, and our king is to the Holy One of Israel. Once you did speak in a vision to your righteous, and did say, I have given help, and did say, I have given help to one who is mighty. That looks like it's going to have to go back up here. And maybe it gets split like that. I have exalted one chosen from the people. I have found David my servant, and he anointed him with his holy oil, which would have, yes, with whom my hand will be established, my arm also strength. The enemy will not deceive him, nor the son of the wicked afflict him. I will crush his adversaries before him, and strike those who hate him. Now we're starting to see Jesus on these hymns here. No, that's David, but and my faithful and my love will be with him. And in my name his horn will be exalted. Now we're talking about Jesus. I will also set his hand on the sea and his right hand on the rivers. I know he walked, or he didn't walk on water. That verse, that video's below. He glided over the water. There's whitecaps. Come on, you don't walk on water that's like that. Just idiots. Now, maybe you don't know this. Maybe you're hearing it for the first time. There's a video down below. I explain what I really found there. Okay. He will cry to me, you are my Father. Now that's Jesus, my God, and the rock of my salvation. Well, Jesus doesn't have salvation. He's given salvation. Sometimes I wonder, when I read this stuff for the first time in front of you, it's kind of like, it just cracks me up. I also will make him my firstborn, set him at his right hand, the highest of kings on earth. My love I will keep for him forever, and my covenant will be confirmed. Oh, we're going to have a lot about Jesus here, which is good. About time. I will also establish his descendants forever. Now we know this is not true. And his throne on the days of heaven. If his sons forsake my laws, now we're back to David, do not walk in my judgment, if they violate my statutes, and do not keep my commandments, then I will visit their transgression with a rod, and in their iniquities with stripes. But I will not break off my love from him, nor deal falsely in my faithfulness. My covenant I will not violate, nor will I alter the utterance from my lips. And once I have sworn by my holiness, I will not lie to David. His descendants will live forever in heaven, and his throne will be as the sun before me. I will establish him forever, like the moon and sky, like the moon and sun. But you have cast off and rejected you. You have been full of wrath against your anointed. You spurred the covenant of your servant. You have profaned his crown in the dust. You have broken down all his walls. You have brought his strongholds to ruin. All who pass along the way plunder him. He has become a reproach to his neighbors. You have exalted the right hand of his adversaries. You have made all his enemies rejoice. You have also turned back the edge of his sword, and not made him to stand in battle. You have made his splendor to cease, and cast down his throne to the ground. You have shortened the days of his youth, and you have covered him with shame. How long, will you hide yourself? Forever will your wrath burn like fire. Remember my lifespan of my life. Remember what my span of life is. Oops. Oh. I gotta think on that one. What man can live and not see death? Can deliver his soul from the power of the abyss. This is where Sheol is at. There are your former loves. Which you did swear to David in your faithfulness. Number L. The reproach of your servants. How do I bear in my bosom? Which your enemies have reproached you. Which they have reproached the footsteps of your anointed. Bless. Okay. Now you can't bless our Creator. So that's out. Okay, now we've got 32 minutes. That's not bad. I did quite a bit there, but now we're going to have to go through here and do some more editing or highlight red text. I will sing of your love. I want to put for us. Forever to all our descendants. Forever to everyone. To everyone of okay, just checking the spelling. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do this time, though, is I'm going to make sure I stick it over here on my cheat sheet board, and then I'll have that, and I won't have to spend so much time. I will sing of I put the word our, it should be your. Well, stop screaming in the future. I heard you way back here. Okay. I will sing of your love for us. Forever to everyone. Forever to every one of our descendants. I will make known why we faithfulness to us. And if you're going to make it known, we don't need your mouth there. That's what he's going to do. For I have said, for I have said your love will be built up forever. Not be built up forever. I will say. I will say. Your love for us is forever. He can't build it up. I mean, that just not, you don't build, his love for us is forever. In the heavens you establish your faithfulness. No. You made a covenant with your chosen. You have sworn to David your servant. You will establish his seed forever and build up his throne from, this one would be generation to generation. Right? I'm just seeing that our creator can't be speaking here. It is, let me copy this word, bring in here, whoops. You made a covenant, you made a promise. You made a promise with your chosen. This means you're chosen, taken out of Egypt, okay? I might not, my thinking might not be just going right straight to you there. So, you swore Am I saying that right? You swore to David, your servant. Whoops, gotta copy all that. Now I push the copy button again. Well, I guess servant, you will establish his seed. Not his seed, his son. Whoops. Would have a hard time making seed red. That text red, so. And you did say forever. And build up his throne. Build up his kingdom, not his throne. Oh. Well, let's put it this way. We know that it's his throne, and this is what I do with text, say that our creator had a lot to do with this because it's his promise, but it is going to be Jesus's kingdom. Build up his kingdom. I'm going to say from oops, get rid of that S. I'm liking the text here. Got a lot of Jesus here. Can actually, oh, I forgot to downsize these. In case I gotta do this some more throughout the text. Okay. The heavens will not praise the wonders. In that way, they will praise your wonders by being your faithfulness. Your faithfulness in their assemblies. I don't think if they're your faithfulness in their assembly that they're already his. Don't need to say because sometimes people will go to their church, but they ain't gonna make it. so, so we can't call them all holy ones. Okay, most of them don't. They're gonna need a lot of forgiveness. They just don't get it. You got to obey our Creator. So, are you living by His commandments? Do you really practice His commandments? I mean, the practice, you have to live them. That's your lifestyle. That is the way you are to live. For who in the heavens is comparable to you? This is just, this has got to be just, this was garbage. Was greatly feared in the council of the holy ones. Okay, now all of a sudden, somewhere, $46. The council of because those two words are used together. I'm just know that this is well, awesome above all those. This is almost like asking a question, I guess. Why the creator of hosts, creator of armies? Now you probably heard me speak about host being something else, but this the that's unrelated to what this host means here. Creator of our armies. Armies. Who is who is like your mighty I have to put a question mark there. It's just not reading like it's not a question. Who is like who is like your mighty well, a king is over the army. So your faithfulness surrounds him. all of a sudden it isn't part of the above. So, who you do rule this one? You rule the swine of the sea. When its waves rise up, you still them. Well, that's nothing to do with what the text is saying here. You yourself did crush Rahab like one who was slain. You did scatter your enemies with your mighty arm. I'm seeing this. I still don't. I know a lot of the text, and I know I also understand that word there. Let me do something here real quick. I want to. This is 89, and I'm. This is 89. And I got a little bit to go here. Because I can do a quick search for this 14 times as Rahab. So let's do the first one. Yeah, Rahab was the one that helped the spies. So how did she become a now, like, because what did they? Oh, they're using. Okay, because they're only saying 5 times this way. So let's see. Okay, now Rahab is used as a sea monster. Yeah, 4 times. Or a storm. It's coming from the word a storm, a sea monster, and it's being used just as Rahab for 4 times though this way. So that no, you did crush somebody else, but not Rahab, like one who was slain. You did scatter around. So, but need that yellow. Might need to. Well, I guess if I leave it, did crush. The heavens are yours. And the earth also. I'm just not seeing this. Also, in all it contains. And I would say if there's a 4 verse, it would be that. Heavens are yours, and the earth also, and all they contain, and all it contains. For you created them. You created them. See, in the north and south he created them. Now I gotta pull this down a little bit further, get it past that, so I can see what I can see. North and south, you created them too. Although they come up, I don't think though. I'm just gonna say like this. I guess I'm not seeing how that connects. Your hands are mighty. Whoops, are mighty. Hands are mighty. And then this one here doesn't need to be there. Righteousness and justice are the foundations of his throne. Love and truth go before him. How blessed are the people. No, well, this is not needed. They will walk in his light. This, I can't stick it on the other end, and they will walk in. That just contentants. I don't see it. I don't. They'll walk in his light. How blessed are the people. How blessed are our people. Because I'm thinking if this text is starting to change back to Jesus or not, or is it, or isn't it? 58. I guess you're going to have to tune into the next one here to find out. Because right now, I want to kind of put it at an end. 58 minutes is a long time to sit there and just watch me and try to figure it out. But it's important to do that, so you just don't say I just came up with my own meaning. I'm trying to put myself in the writer's shoes is the object of what I am doing at all times here. But that's pretty well cleaned up. This here needs some cleaning, and boys are going to need some cleaning. There's a lot of work to do yet. Like I said, it might be 3 hours, so I better speed it up and get on to the next one. Yeah, 1 hour at a time is enough.